Okay, welcome to the first event of today's this morning. We've got event 101, the men's 200 metres backstroke. We've got heat 1 of 7. Over to you, referee.
Righty-ho, we're off, we're running, we're swimming. In the pool, should have 6. Jack Stoneman for Portsmouth North Sea, Philip Gregoris for Thanet, Ethan Andrews, Basingstoke Bluefins, Oliver Charman, Mid-Sussex Marlins, Finlay Morgan, City of Oxford, and Oscar Earthrowell for Lancing College. Great to see so many people here, enjoying and watching in the gallery. Big queues this morning to get in, always nice. Again, there are 7 heats in our opening event, and we do have a real mixed bag this morning. 200 backstroke, 200 breaststroke, we've got 50 freestyle, 100 freestyles, 100 IM, we like them. We've also got the longer stuff. We've got the 1500 for the men, and we've also got 400 freestyle for the women's competition. A bit of everything. Entry times for our first few heats, all around about 2:15 to 2:20, those kind of figures. Again, if you just joined us at poolside because you've been in the changing rooms, the marshalling for this session will be in the changing rooms against the glass wall between the pool and said changing rooms. Now that is a cracking swim for Oscar Earthrowell. Came in with a 2:20 and he's bagged a 2:10 in heat number 1. Great way to start the weekend. 2:14, Ollie Charman, and 2:15, Philip Gregoris. All of those well under their entry times.
Okay, this is heat number 2. Over to you, referee.
Underway with heat number 2. In the pool, Sam Tedder for Guildford City, Jude Adasius for Ashford School, Raul Di Gregorio for Rushmore Royals, Cameron Robinson for Basingstoke Bluefins, Ollie Robbins for City of Oxford, Jake Branch for Maxwell, Peter Artemenkov for Crawley, and Ashton Wilmot for Eastbourne. All of this is being streamed online as well. We are live on YouTube. If you're tuning in, thank you so much for joining us. Or if you're in the venue, remember you can watch it all back again later. If you want to see a rerun of any of your loved ones, teammates, swims, or maybe go back and watch yourself. So the 2:10, great time in Heat 1. Heat 2 entries, all 2:17s and above. But as we know, the story of every single county or regional meet, plenty of new fastest times. And we anticipate that being the story today as well. Nip and tuck at the top. Officially, Cameron Robinson leading the way. Slim margins. However, at the end, it will be Jude Adasius, a 2:15.45, 3 seconds quicker than his entry. The 17-year-old for Ashford School.
And we're on to heat number 3. Over to you, referee.
Heat number 3, Zach Baker for Hamilton Waterlooville. Jacob Palmer for Leatherhead. Barnaby Grayson, Newbury Swimming. Tom Melville for Guildford City. Finley Wood, City of Milton Keynes. Freddie Brown, Guildford City. Daniel Dick for Newport Pagnell. And Bradley Harper for Basingstoke Bluefins. Again, around the 2:15s on the entries. Now, just in case you're not up to date with the schedule today, there are 3 sessions, currently in session 1, of course. Session 2 starts around about 1:35. 1:35 for session 2, of course, depending on how we go this morning. And then session 3 today, which is our finals. The finals from 5:35. And anything 200 metres and below, we are qualifying for those finals as we speak, and throughout sessions 1 and 2. Same story tomorrow. 3 sessions tomorrow, closing out with the finals in the late afternoon, early evening. Now, can we go quicker than 2:10? We will go close, but not close enough. Winner in heats is Jacob Palmer, 2:12.95. Well done, Jacob. 2:14s for Freddie Brown and a 15 Zach Baker.
And we're moving on to heat number 4. Over to you, referee.
Heat number 4, taking part, Matt Lowther, Southampton, Angelo Echo, Abingdon Vale, Oliver Pedra, Basingstoke Bluefins, Dan Wass, Portsmouth North Sea, Harry Clark for Tilehurst, William Jones for Leatherhead, Callum Ritchie, Bracknell and Wokingham, Joseph Barnard, Abingdon Vale. And look at those 5 almost turning together between lanes 4 and 8. One more out and back, and the field is split slightly. Dan Wass leading the way in 4. 7 heats in total. Start to get into our very, very fast heats shortly, the cyclically seeded ones. 5, 6 and 7. But for now, Dan Wass, 2:12.22 for the Portsmouth North Sea swimmer. So we're still chasing the time of Oscar Earthraul in heat number 1, who was at 2:10. We knew it looked good at the time, and it's still standing.
Okay, we're moving on to heat number 5. Over to you, referee.
Righty, 5 will get fast now. Dan Fallon for Leatherhead in 1. Charles Hazel for Windsor in 2. Monty Smith, Wickham District in 3. Ben Twynham, University of Surrey in 4. His teammate Will Sellers in 5. Joe Reedhead, Guildford City 6. And Wickham District's Mikhail Nomovic and University of Surrey's George Lambert is in lane number 8. Right. Approaching the halfway stage, and all down the middle, Twynham and Sellers in 4 and 5. And that is what you expect in these final 3 heats of any of our events today. The fastest 6 swimmers split between the centre lanes on the last 3 heats, if you're new to this. And we will definitely have a time that's going to be going faster than 2:10, because they're going to be 1:33 on the split. Just 50 metres to swim. They are 2:03, 2:06 swimmers. Also worth mentioning, Oscar Earthrow, that 2:10 in heat number 1, 13 years of age, youngest in the event. Wow. It will be Will Sellers, 2:04 and 2:05. Ahead of his teammate Ben Twynham. You can expect to see those 2 guys a bit later on in their respective finals. 2 more heats to come.
And we're moving on to heat number 6. Over to you, referee.
Penultimate heat. You are watching Zach Sheriff for Wickham District in lane 1. Finlay Richardson, Guildford City in 2. Benuff for Crawley in 3. Nikita Cherakin, University of Surrey in 4. Ben Guthrie, City of Milton Keynes in 5. Byron Sal Tucker for Portsmouth North Sea in 6. Sam Williams for Wickham in 7. And Ben Minister for Winchester City Penguins in lane number 8. If you're watching online, lane 1 nearest to you, 8 on the far side. Again, we're going to be very close to well, the low 2-minute. It's split as well for the first 100. That's the quickest we've seen through 100 metres. Ben Guthrie is a 2:05er and Benuff a 2:06. .132s, 133s. So we've seen a 2:04 and a 2:05. So anything right now sub 2:10 is going to get you into a final. However, we have 1 heat to go, so just hold on to that. Nice finish though from Nikita Cherakin, 2:05.06. 4/10 clear of Ben Guthrie. They will go again in the finals later on this evening. Those finals from 5:35.
Thank you, swimmers. Clear the water at the sides, please.
We're moving on to our final heat, number 7. Over to you, referee.
Thank you, swimmers. Sorry about that. Take your marks.
Away at the second attempt, and Southern swimmers in the pool in heat number 7. Joe Mottram for Windsor, Achille Bello Armano for Guildford City. And then we jump to lane 4. Dennis Markowski for Royal Tunbridge Wells, Lucas Staines for Wickham District, Harry Cox for Thanet, Alfie Toms for Maxwell, and Ben McDougall for Wickham District. Final heat, Markowski comes in the only man sub 2 minutes on the 200 back. 1:59.21. And a sizable advantage through 100 metres. Behind him, Bello Ormano and Staines. And they are flanked by Harry Cox and Joseph Mottram. There are 9 events in our opening session this morning. Should see us through till around about 11:50. However, if you've been to a few of these, you know, we try our best to run to time. Be as close to that as possible. And this is an impressive swim by Malkowski. Look at that, 1:59.41, top quality swimming. The only man under 2 minutes. And the closest to him, in fact, was 2:03s and 2:04s. He's had a really, really great start to his weekend, and a little thumb up there as well.
Clear the pool from the side, please, swimmers.
So we're moving on to our second event of today. We've got event 102, the women's 200 metres breaststroke, and this is heat number 1 of 7. Over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
So, Southern Moor 200 metre races, first time for the women today. In heat number 1, from lane 1, Esme Stanley for Sevenoaks. Teammates for East Invicta, Isabel Dale Russell and Chloe Desidorio. Tunbridge Wells, Olivia Cooley. Hazelmere's Willow Standing. Lancing College's Bianca Stavar Albaral. Black Lions, Leah Watson. And White Oaks, Paris Fairhurst. We are looking at around about 250. Well, a bit of a mixed bag over the first 100. Quite rare to see 8 swimmers in heat number 1, actually. Full collection. Chloe Desidorio going very nicely indeed for East Invicta XL. She came in with a 2:52. And in fact, the first 3 or 4 heats, all the entry times are very, very close. In fact, the first 32 swimmers are only separated by 4 seconds. Wow. Leah Watson in lane 7, currently occupying 2nd place. And Olivia Cooley and Paris Fairhurst are your top half of the 8. Everything from 14 years to 18 years in heat number 1. Chloe Desidorio, from start to finish, will take the first heat, 2:47. Very nice indeed. And it's 5 seconds quicker than her entry time. That's what we want to see. Leah Watson 2nd, Olivia Cooley coming back to take 3rd in 2:49s and 2:52s.
Moving on to heat number 2, over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
In the pool, we have Clara White for Tame, Louisa Pollard, Ashford School, May Davies, Royal Tunbridge Wells, Amelia Ashton for Sevenoaks, Eva Jenkins for Portsmouth North Sea, Bonnie White for Tame, Tuba Anderson, Atlantis Swimming Club, and Megan Smith, a 3rd Tame Swimming Club member. Every entrant a 250 or a 251. And this heat, a stark contrast to heat number 1, where the pool was really split from front to back. A lot closer this time around. Just leading in Southern, is that Tuba Anderson leading in Southern? Also number 2, Louisa Pollard going nicely. Yeah, Pollard with a body length advantage now. To her right-hand side, May Davies and Amelia Ashton. One more time, out and back. Coming towards the finish line in 2, Louisa Pollard, 2:47.09. Cracking time for Louisa there, 4 seconds quicker than her entry. Second place, Amelia Ashton in 4. And I think it was May Davies in 3.
Okay, moving on to heat number 3. Over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
Okay, we've got the finalists for event 101, the men's 200 metres backstroke. In the A team, we have got Dennis Milowski, we've got Will Sellers, Nikita Charakin, Benjamin Twinham, Benjamin Guthrie, Finley Richardson, Ben Minster and Harry Cox. In the B final, we have Daniel Fallon, Lucas Staines, Byron Sol Tucker, Achilles Bello Armeno, Oscar Earthwell, Joseph Mottram, Joseph Redhead, and Mikhail Numovic. And we've got 4 reserves as well. We've got Daniel Rass, we've got Zach Sheriff, Benjamin McDougall, and Jacob Palmer. We politely ask that if anybody wants to withdraw from that final, that they notify us via the withdrawal system by the beginning of this evening's warm-up session, please. Thank you very much.
And we are in heat 3, deep into heat number 3. In the pool, Molly Lown, Melissa Harrison, India Washer, Florence Llewellyn, Olive Muir, Maya Paulus, Lucy Wheeler, and Amelia Brind. And going very nicely on the outside in lane 1, Molly Lown for Easton Victor. She's a 249er. Now we've seen a couple of sub 250s. And the way we're going, wow, we've had a 245 and a 246. This one might get a little bit quicker again. Reminder, they are trying to qualify for the finals later. Finals from 5:35 late this afternoon into the evening. Will this be good enough to get into one of those finals? Going to be sub 245, just 244.77. Well done, Molly, the Easton Victor representative. Second for Olive Muir, and in 4, Florence Llewellyn takes 3rd in heat.
Okay, moving on to heat number 4. Over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
In the pool, from lane 1, Hannah Pye, Guildford City. Grace Pointer, University of Surrey. Ellen Carve for Guildford City. Talia Curtis, Wantage, White Horses. Charlotte Noyce, Didcot and Barramundi. Sophia Washer for Wickham District. Maria Brightingham, City of Milton Keynes. And Zoe Tollett for Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson. Okay, swimmers, we are looking for the 50 freestylers, our next event. 50-metre freestyle, make your way to marshalling, please. 50 free men to marshalling, please. Another notification, all results will be posted on the wall next to the medal table. So although we will read out the finalists, they will also be posted on the wall next to the medal table. As Claire mentioned, please do make sure any withdrawals are done before that final session of warm-up begins later on this afternoon, approximately 5 o'clock. This has all been on the outside so far. Hannah Pye and Zoe Tollett for Guildford and Royal Tunbridge Wells. Don't often see a 1-2 solely on the outside, but we might get that unless they can come back in the middle. A little bit of work to do. Body length advantage for both of them over that central pack of 4. Heat 4 of 7 will go to the outside lanes. Who will it be though? Oh, blimey, 4/400ths of a second between Zoe Tollett and Hannah Pye for Guildford City and Royal Tunbridge Wells. Well done, girls.
Moving on to heat number 5, over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
Okay, we've just got some confirmation from the first event, the men's 200 metres backstroke. Heat number 1, lane number 2, the official time was 2:20:10. And from heat number 2, we have lane number 7, the official time was 2:14:85.
Right, heat 5. Right, we're going to get faster now in our final 3 heats of this event. Charlotte Neal is in 1, followed by Martha Cunniff in 2, Danielle Seong in 3, Emily Farr in 4, Amelie Smith in 5, Scarlett Davey in 6, Grace Ibbison in 7, and Savannah Simpson-Jones in 8. Reminder, any boys in the 50-metre freestyle, you should be in marshalling now. 50 free boys marshalling, please. So we might go as quick as 2:30 now. It'll be a big old jump down. Emily Farr, University of Surrey swimmer, and Emily Smith, Royal Tunbridge Wells. 20 and 15 years old, those two in the middle. And they're separated by just 0.5 of a second on the entries. And they are, without exaggeration, well out in front now. But there are 16 spots up for grabs in the A and B final. It's not just about whoever's winning the heats. Plenty of opportunity. And it will be the junior of the two swimmers, the 15-year-old, Emily Smith, who gets there, 2:30.06, so close to sub 2:30. We will see her in a final later, as we will see Emily Farr, 2:31.77. Two more heats to come, but that is going to be absolutely fine.
Moving on to heat number 6, over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
Penultimate heat in the 200 breaststroke. Jasmine Andrews, Rushmore Royals in 1. Guildford City teammates in 2 and 3. Holly Hopwood and Emma Alley-File. Maxwell's Holly Waymond in 4. 2:29 entry time. In 5, Rushmore Royals, Maisie Brown. In 6, Wickham District's Hazel Ann Carter. Tilehurst's Saba Williams in 7. And Crawley's Orla Evans in 8. This should be a bit of a repeat of heat number 5 down the centre. However, in 2, great start for Holly Hopwood, who's taken heat 6 by the scruff of the neck, and 16-year-old for Guildford City will lead through halfway. Can she hold on? She's a 2:38 entrant. The girls in the middle, 2:29 and 2:30. So it's more that Holly Hopwood is overperforming rather than those in the centre under. And she's extending that lead, in fact, over a body length now. This is superb. Well, if that 2:38 entrance time is also a PB, which the majority of the time it is, that is going to get blown out the water. And she will hang on to take the win, very close to 2:30, 2:31.81. Well done, Holly Hopwood. Great swim. 2:33s for Waymond and Brown. Should see all 3 in the finals this afternoon.
This is our final heat, heat 7. Over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
All right, last chance to get into finals in the 200 breast for the women's side of the competition. In the pool, Felicity Wiles for Maxwell, Annalise Elford, Whitney and District, Amelia Oliver, Royal Tunbridge Wells, Charlotte Cope, Guildford City, Imogen Miles for Sevenoaks, Ruby Stevenson, City of Milton Keynes, Eloise Wade, Newbury, and Libby Blissett for Aylesbury and District. And only our second entrant that has gone sub 2:30, Charlotte Cope, of course in 4, 17-year-old for Guildford. At the moment, sub 2:35 looks like the type of number to get into the A final. We will read out all of the finalists once we get them part way through the next event. And once again, they will be posted on the wall next to the medal table as well. They will be posted on the wall next to the medal table. Reminder, you can keep your eye also on the Meet mobile app. Just look for SESE or type in Winchester in the search box. The entire schedule and times as they come in ASAP as well. So Charlotte Cope leading the way. In fact, Imogen Miles leading the way, ahead of Charlotte Cope. Imogen with a 2:30.5. So this is going to be the expected rough time for the final. Yeah, 2:33 is going to be good. Amelia Oliver, Imogen Miles looking fairly good. We will confirm finalists shortly.
Thank you, swimmers. Clear the water at the sides, please.
Okay, we're moving on to event number 3. We've got the men's 50 freestyle, and we're starting with heat number 1 of 10. Over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
Right, these won't take long at all. 10 heats, and they'll probably take around about 25 seconds on average each. In heat 1, Ashton Platts for East Invicta, Thomas Navarro Barber for Portsmouth North Sea, and Matt Davies for City of Southampton. And a 26.85 for Navarro Barber, which is almost a second off his entry time, in fact. And in 50-metre racing, that is a good old chunk.
Heat number 2, over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
Got a few more in heat number 2. George Goodwin, Jordan Butcher, Sam Buxton, Wolfgang Tosh, Raphael Palmer and Sam Simpson. .24 seconds-ish, that Copa number. Absolutely bang on, top 3, 4 in fact, all 24s. Sam Simpson on top though, 24.39. Takes it by 14 hundredths, well done, Sam.
Moving on to heat number 3, over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
In heat 3, Damien Freishek-Krieger, Charlie Toms, Dan Wass, Angelo Adko, Liam Sontang, Dylan Fuller, Charles Evans-Shepherd and Charles Ventris. Blanket finish, but in Southern, Evan Shepherd 24.23, half a second off his best.
This is on to heat number 4, over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
We are going to absolutely rip through these heats. Up next, 100 free for the women. Right in for Daniel Klublansky, Tommy Golder, Danny Birch, Tom Collins, Harry Prescott, Lewis Murray, Nate Cahill and Ben Platt. Blanket finish, 24.23 again. 2 heats in a row, winning time. Nate Cahill this time, representing Eastbourne.
Just to let you know, we've got a disqualification in event number 2, heat number 6, lane number 8 for a technical infraction. If you require more information, please approach the desk down here. Moving on to heat number 5, over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
In the water, Chris Emberlin, Andrew Hooper, Ollie Charman, Dan Kish, Matt Burrows, Malachi Woods, Chris Littleton and Nick Holloway. Hundredths in this one, crikey. To 24.29 by 11 hundredths. Malachi Woods takes it over Littleton and Kish.
Moving on to heat number 6, over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
Jamie Tappin, Blaine Underwood, Jimmy Taylor, Edgar Stepluke, Leo Nichols, Charlie Stevenson, Grigory Safanov and Demi Ali. Looks to me like Jimmy Taylor. Yes, it is. 23.77, first man to go sub 24.
Moving on to heat number 7, over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
Philip Gregoris, Alex Yaisman, Jack Robinson, Maxwell Adams, Jacob Kelly, Samuel Drew, Aquile Bello Ormino, and Storm Naylor. So hard to try and pick a winner out of these. It is though 24:04 Maxwell Adams.
Moving on to heat number 8, over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
In the pool, Vince Mock, Charles Clark, Calvin Jescu Spears, Chris Finch, Ed Armitage, Oscar Collier, Max Morgan and Ben Hatfield. We do have a clear one this time. Look at this in 4. Finch 22.85. Excellent from Chris Finch, University of Surrey swimmer.
Heat number 9, over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
Penultimate heat. Rowan Fuss, Ben Arf, Demetrius Ganias, Christian Gale, Aidan Cannon, Alex Moore, Chun Xing Yen and Max Friedman. This one is down the middle. Oh, 10th of a second, 22s for Cannon and Gale, split by 11 hundredths.
Our final heat then, heat number 10, over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
And finally, Connor Brunt, Richard Jenkins, Alan Venables, Freddie Ashley Sparks, Ben Tritton, Monty Smith, Fabian Brudnicki and Jack Allman. Down the centre, Freddie Ashley Sparks, 23.04.
Thank you, swimmers. Clear the water at the sides, please.
Okay, we've got the finalists here for event 102, the women's 200 metres breaststroke. So in the A final, we have Amelie Smith, Emily Farr, Holly Hopwood, Maisie Brown, Holly Waymond, Imogen Miles, Amelia Oliver and Charlotte Cope. In the B final, we've got Scarlett Davey, Emma Allett-File, Ruby Stevenson, Hazel Ann Carter, Annalise Elford, Jasmine Andrews, Danielle Song and Martha Cunniff. We've got 4 reserves again. We've got Charlotte Neal, Grace Ebson, Felicity Wiles, Charlotte Neal and Eloise Wade. Again, just like we did with the first event, if you can all notify of any withdrawals at the very latest by the start of the finals warm-up, which is 5 o'clock, we'd be most grateful. Thank you. And moving on now to event number 4, which is the women's 100 metres freestyle. We've got heat 1 of 8. Over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
Right, 8 heats of 100 freestyle. In lane 3, Elwyn Mears for Wickham District. In 4, Fern Snedden for Royal Tunbridge Wells Munson. And in 5, Aaliyah Flisher for Ashford School. Aaliyah, just 12 years of age this year. I make her the youngest, potentially, in the entire competition. I think she must be, surely. That's amazing. Right, anything between 125 and 141 for the entries. Fern Snedden is a 125.99er. $18-year-old for RTW. And she will be ever so close, does it, by 0.4 of a second under her entry. Aaliyah Flisher didn't quite get the time on that one. Can't have been far away. It looks like sub 130. And Elwyn Mears 139.
Clear the pool from the side,
That's
please.
2 seconds quicker than her entry as well. Good start to the event.
Moving on to heat number 2, over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
In the pool for heat 2, Iona Winifith for Tonbridge, Ellie McLeod for Woking, Amelia Brind for Haventon Waterlooville, Harriet Stone for Eastbourne, Gavina Seminella for Wickham District, and Amanda Reedhead for Maxwell. One minute and 101s, ever so close to breaking into the 59s. Emily Brind takes it though, 86 hundredths over the 60-second mark. She has gone a little bit quicker before. 101s for McLeod and Stone.
Clear the pool to the side, please, swimmers.
Just whilst we're waiting for the next heat, I've got the power swimming results for event 103, the men's 50 metres freestyle. In first place, we've got Thomas Navarro Barber. In second, Matthew Davies. And third, Ashton Platts. Okay, moving on to heat number 3. Over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
Okay, heat 8. Freya Berry, Risa Wester-Dewin, Delphine Riley, Kaylin Arundel, Chloe Edwards, Madison Notley, Catherine Williams and Emily Ainsworth-Fletcher. Every single entrant on this time has an entry that starts with 1 minute and a little bit of spare change on the hundreds. Can we get some sub-60s? It is gonna be tight. Yes, certainly we will. Wow, Wester-Dewin 59.35, also 59s for Chloe Edwards, Williams and Ainsworth-Fletcher. Well done, girls. Great to beat 60 seconds.
Moving on to heat number 4. Over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
Okay, we've got the results here for the men's 50 metres freestyle. In the A final, Aidan Cannon, Christopher Finch, Christian Gale, Frederick Ashley Sparks, Benjamin Tritton, Demetrios Gronas, Max Morgan and Alan Venables. In the B final, we've got Charles Clark, Edward Armitage, Fabian Grudnick, Jimmy Taylor, Vince Mock, Calvin Georges Spears, Alexander Moore and Ben Hatfield. And then 4 reserves are Chen Xing Yen, Oscar Collier, Maxwell Adams and Jack Allman. Again, if you can do any withdrawals before this evening's warm-up at 5 o'clock, that would be great. Thank you.
And just like that, we're into the closing few metres. And it looks like lane number 3 to me, Bethany King. In fact, Megan Thorpe, oh no, Bethany King, no time. So I do think Bethany King took that one, but we'll wait and see. 59.84 for Megan Thorpe. 59.57, there we go, indeed.
Heat number 5, over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
In the pool, Julia Elvidge, Eve Whitney, Bella Jones, Alexandra Platt, Casey McNish, Lilia Fornasia, Daisy Sian Palmer and Kayla Wimble. Great start for Eve Whitney. 27.59 through 50 metres. Can she maintain that pace? Leading through 75, body length advantage. And she is. Crikey. Well, what's the time going to be? How much under 60 seconds is this going to go? 57.83, absolute cracker from Eve Whitney, the Tilehurst 16-year-old. came in with 59.34. Honourable mention, Katie McNish as well, 58.9.
Moving on to heat number 6, over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
In the water, Sky Austin Burrows, Isabella Keane, Tegan Gale, Jessica Hum, Ella Thornburg, Ellie Fries, Morgan Pashley, and Luisa Kipoletta. This should be a full 8 sub 60. I say should. They've all come in with 58s or better. 55 for Jessica Hum. Ella Thornburg will touch home first. Time 56.93, cracking stuff. Jessica Hum fastest on paper, but second in the water, 57.73. In fact, third, Tegan Gale got there quicker.
Clear the pool from the side, please, swimmers. Just relax behind the blocks, please, swimmers.
And moving on to heat number 7, over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
Penultimate heat. 4 for Guildford City in this one. Madeline Hind, Katie Oliver, Heidi Corbett, Emily Smith, Amy Hempenstall, Alice Young, Gisela Solano, and Hannah Day. All of them again nicely under 60 seconds. Shouldn't be a concern, that number. Emily Smith, a 55 coming in. Hempenstall, 56.95. And it is going down the middle. Emily Smith, fingertips out in front over Alice Young. Top 3 down the centre, all 57. Should be good enough for finals. We'll let you know as soon as we do. One more heat to come.
Moving on to the final heat then, heat number 8. Over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
Should be the quickest of the lot. We'll find out. Amy Langer, Danielle Sion, Maisie Dickinson, Annabelle Compton, Hannah Murphy, Jess Gable, Alicia Massey and Charlotte Neal. Amy Langer in lane number 1, only 13 years of age, second youngest in the event. Not a shock to see Annabelle Compton leading, 54.6. Her entry almost a second quicker than anybody else. Well, can't separate those, can we? Well, only by 400ths of a second, your top 3. 100 between your top 2.
Sides,
Compton over Massey and Murphy.
Moving on to the next event, we've got event 105, the men's 100 metres IM. We've got heat 1 of 8. Over to you, referee.
Stand down, please, swimmers. Take your marks.
Right, 100 IM. Ben Ryan for East Grinstead in 3. Bradley Harper, Basingstoke Bluefins in 4. And the Mid-Sussex Marlin, Lennox Manning is in 5. Also got coming up in this session, the 75 individual medley for multi-classification, 50 butterfly for the girls, 1500 freestyle for the boys, and 400 freestyle for the girls. So some opposite ends of the spectrum coming up. 50 meters and the longest stuff. 104.35 for Bradley Harper, takes heat number 1 in the 100 IM.
Moving on to heat number 2, over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
You're watching Jude Adasius, Ethan Andrews, Otto Segolini Bauer, Ed Williams, Louis Batten, Mason Lilliot, and Joshua Yip. 106s and a 107 across the board. Now, we do go eventually sub 60 seconds on the entries. So there are 16 spots up for grabs in every single final, the A and the B final. So just to give you an indication, these guys would have to go some to break into those finals. 105 though for Edward Williams. In fact, 104, forgive me, Joshua Yip. 104.74, that is a very good time. Well, that just proves my point right there.
Moving on to heat number 3, over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
Ellis Manning, Cole Mathema, Jordan Butcher, Jamie Mitchell, Wolfgang Tosh, Daniel Kudblowski, Adam Marif and Anthony Latchford. .105s every single swimmer. Can confidently say that will not be the case in 25 meters time. Adam Marif, the Wickham District 15-year-old, will go, well, 102, 103, 102.75. That is going to be right up there at the end of these heats. That could sneak him a spot potentially in a B final, if not reserve. Wait and see.
Moving on to heat number 4, over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
Ashton Wilmot, Oliver Fremantle, Malachi Woods, Owen Anderson, Harry Pointer, Nate Cahill, Ellis Bunce and Ollie Charman. Nice start for Malachi Woods in 3. Owen Anderson in 4, right next to him in terms of width and progress down the pool. But Woods, in fact, his closest competitor on the far side now, Ollie Charman. So they're leaving the guys in the centre behind. That is a cracker, 101.19 for Malachi Woods. That is very impressive. Came in with a 104.95, the Maxwell swimmer. Top work. Double thumbs up.
Moving on to heat number 5, over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
Sam Simpson, Alfie Toms, Eli Wolf Norton, Faris Sharif, Chung Shing Yen, Royal Bomick, Tom Collins and Piaris Donnelly. Once again, lane 3 this time. That is Eli Wolf Norton. City of Brighton and Hove on the south coast. (1:03.36). Not the quickest we've seen, but good enough to take the heat. Bryce Donnelly did finish second on the far side in 8:1:03.4.
Moving on to heat number 6, over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
Sam Bandy in 1, and Charlie Stevenson, Martinus Marks, Aaron Bissett, Rowan Fuss, Ed Armitage, Harry Robinson, and Leonardo Massarini. And this time we do go down the centre. Aaron Bissett, 26.46. Armitage, 26.63. 3 of them, including Rowan Fuss, go sub 27 to halfway. In fact, Bissett and Fuss do come in with 59s on the entries. Only 6 in the entire event have done so. Will retain his advantage. Aaron Bissett, 57.23. 2 seconds off the entry, and he was already outstanding. Wow, you know, a great final later. 3 of them under 60 seconds.
Moving on to heat number 7, over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
In the water, Sam Buxton, Oscar Collier, Jack Orman, Marcus Hay, Dimitris Gunayas, Alexander Edge, Alex Yausman, and Liam Sontag. Again, 2 entrants sub 60, Hay and Gunayas. Someone pulls something special out the bag. It is Gunayas leading ahead of Alexander Edge. 59.48, just one man this time. Well done, Dimitris, 1 heat to come.
And moving on to our final heat then, heat number 8, over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
Heat 8, Karen Mamakie, Zach Sheriff, Joseph Swart, Leon Taylor, Jack Robinson, Chris Emberlin, Richard Jenkins, and Chael Cowells. Well, This is a swim, isn't it? 57.50. This is going to be a great final later. Really, really top stuff. Sub 60 also for Jack Robinson, 59.30.
Clear the pool from the side, please.
Again,
swimmers.
results coming up shortly to let you know who has made it into those finals. They'll also be printed on, or printed out and placed on the wall next to the medal table.
Okay, so we're moving on to event 107, the women's 50 metres butterfly. We've got heat 1 of 10. Over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
Okay, we've just been asked if we can have a representative from Chichester and City of Milton Keynes over to the timing desk, please. That's Chichester and City of Milton Keynes. Thank you.
In the pool, heat 1, Amanda Reedhead in lane 3, and Holly Katasi in 4, and Iona Winifrith in lane number 5. 31.26 for Holly Katasi, Milton Keynes swimmer. Iona Winifrith, 39.54. Both of them just outside their entries. And Amanda Reedhead will finish in 50.11. 10 heats in
Clear the
this
pool from the
event.
side, please, swimmers.
Okay, I've got the results here for event 104. That's the women's 100 metres freestyle. In the A final, we've got Ella Thornburg, Annabelle Compton, Alicia Massey, Hannah Murphy, Emily Smith, Tegan Gale, Alice Young, and Jessica Hum. In the B final, we've got Amy Hempenstall, Eve Whitney, Gisela Solano, Ellie Fries, Maisie Dickinson, Isabella Keane, Morgan Pashley, Hannah Day, and Danielle Song. And then we've got reserves Amy Langer, Katie McNeish, and Heidi Corbett. Okay, moving on to heat number 2. Over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
Okay, please can we have a representative from Milton Keynes, please, over at the timing desk as soon as possible, please.
In the water for heat 2, Amy Sermon, Emma Harkin, Daisy McGregor, Alice Alampi, Ellen Calf, and Tara Kennedy. Should be bang on 30 seconds. Looking very close. Going to go sub? Yes, we can. 29.87. Well done, Emma Harkin. Just ahead of Daisy McGregor, just outside 30 seconds.
Moving on to heat number 3. Over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
This time, Talia Curtis, Emily Collins, Ariana Reed, Chloe Desiderio, Kira Oxley, Kelsey Ray, Maisie Chambers, and Eva Fayety. Maisie Chambers, 29.52. Top swimming. She came in with a 30.1.
Moving on to heat number 4, over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
Chiara Olney, Lilia Fornasia, Kaylin Arundel, Annabelle Barnard, Isabella Arundel, Olivia Norley, Lily Chambers, and Dakota Lynch. Well, this will be hundredths of a second, 29.96, 700s between your top two. Arundel, the black line swimmer, first to go, sub 30.
Moving on to heat number 5, over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
Halfway through these heats, Alicia Bethel, Lily Della, Darcy Arnold, Rachel Holgate, Annalise Elford, Eleni Ianu, Lucy Douglas, and Heidi Corbett. In lane 6, Eleni Ionu, 29.55. And also joined sub 30 by Annalise Elford, 29.84. Thinnest of margins to win these heats.
Moving on to heat number 6, over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
Lily Lambert, Ava Truswell, Bronwyn Price, Hannah Day, Reese Huckle, Tara Beard, Freya Reed, and Sienna Raymery. And to give you an idea of how close this is, 33 swimmers had entry times that started with 29. And there's 16 spots in the final. 29.59 and 0.74. In fact, 4 swimmers sub 30. Reese Huckle on top. Will 29.59 be enough?
Moving on to heat number 7, over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
Next up, Sophie King, Nancy Knights, Alice Weston, Hattie Lever, Alexandra Rolls, Cara Redford, Eloise Wade, and Scarlett Davey. Outside lanes doing it, King and Davey. They're going to be 1 and 2, I think. Wow, 28.32 for Sophie King. 18-year-old for Woking. Almost a second in 50 metres off her entry. That could be a finalist time.
Moving on to heat number 8, over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
Libby Johnson, Bethany King, Harriet Stone, Katie Oliver, Ilana Nightingale-Ellis, Sophie Knocker, Catherine Williams and Louisa Chipoletta. In lane 6, Sophie Knocker, yeah, 28.61, oh, get a couple of 28s now. Also Katie Oliver, fastest in the heat, second overall.
Moving on to heat number 9, over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
Charlotte Williams, Maisie Thornton, Gisela Solano, Ella Thornburg, Scarlett Shepherd, Ellie Fries, Emilia Oliver and Risa Westaduin. Penultimate heats of our 50 metres before our longer event to finish the session. Lane 4 this time, or is it lane 1? Thornburg and Williams. Oh, 600s it is, Williams in lane 1. Well done, Charlotte. University of Surrey swimmer. Thornburg second for Crawley.
Moving on to our final heat, heat number 10, over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
And finally, Tegan Gale, Eve Whitney, Isabella Sawyer, Annabelle Compton, Madeline Hind, Delilah Martin, Daisy Dewsbury and Sadie Warmington. And look at Delilah Martin go, 28.37. Well, we will find out shortly who's in or out of those finals by hundredths of seconds. It will be that tight, and we'll let you know as soon as we do. Also be printed out, put on the wall next to the medal table. Coming up next, our longer races to close out the first of 6 sessions this weekend.
Okay, whilst we're waiting for the next event, I've got your finalists here for event 105, the men's 100 metres IM. We've got in the A final, Aaron Bissett, Leon Taylor, Edward Armitage, Jack Robinson, Demetrios Gonas, Rowan Fuss, Joseph Swartz, Alexander Edge. In the B final, we've got Christopher Emberlin, Richard Jenkins, Marcus Haig, Jack Allman, Charlie Stevenson, Malachi Woods, Kareem Amake, Harry Robinson, and then we've got 4 reserves, Oscar Collier, Martinus Marks, Oliver Charman and Adam Maref. Again, if you want to withdraw from that final, please ensure you've done so before this evening's warm-up at 5 o'clock. Thank you very much. Okay, whilst we're waiting for a few more minutes for the next event, I've also got here the power swimming finals for event 104. That's the females 100 metres freestyle. In first place, we've got Iona Winifred. In second, Fern Snedden. Third place is Amanda Redhead. Fourth is Elowen Mears. Fifth is Gavina Simalina. And sixth is Alia Fisher. Okay, so we're moving on to event 108. This is the men's 1500 metres freestyle, and we've got heat 1 of 3. Over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
And we are away then. 3 heats in the 1500 freestyle for the open male competition. To kick things off from lane 3, Sharon Rupa Singh for Wickham District, Oliver Etheridge for Atlantis, Ben McDougall, Wickham District, and Quinn Coffey for Fareham Nomads. So we will bring you up to speed around about halfway and then about a quarter of the way to go and talk us in. But we do have a couple of announcements first of all with Claire.
Okay, so we've got an official time to announce from event 107, and it was lane 4, and the official time was 28:81. In addition, we've actually got the finalists out as well for event 107. So that's the women's 50 metres butterfly. In the A final, we have got Charlotte Williams, Ella Thornburg, Sophie King, Delilah Martin, Sophie Knocker, Scarlett Shepherd, Tegan Gale and Annabelle Compton. In the B final, we've got Eve Whitney, Madeline Hind, Katie Oliver, Amelia Oliver, Isabella Sawyer, Ellie Fries, Catherine Williams and Ilana Ellis-Nightingale. And in the reserves, we've got 4 reserves of Weza Wester and Dewin, Gisela Solano, Louisa Kipolata and Scarlett Davey. Again, if you wish to withdraw from that event, if you can let us know before the 5 o'clock warm-up for this evening, that would be great. Thank you very much.
Okay, our estimated finish times, a very big ish here. Just over 17 minutes, all of the entrants coming in for heat number 1, between 17:02 and 17:22. However, as we know, the story of these competitions are generally people, or at least a couple in each race, smashing those PBs. So I'm going to say something in the 16s will take this one, but it should be a fairly close one, not much separating them on the entry times. Again, just a reminder from this morning, the results and event schedule are available on the Meet mobile app. If you've not got that yet, fantastic app for keeping track of things. So go onto there and then search for either SESE in the search box, or you can look for Winchester. Both should bring you to this competition, so you can keep your eye on what's going on. 60 lengths of the pool already down to 50.
Okay, just a gentle reminder to... Okay, sorry about that. Just a gentle reminder to everybody, team managers and coaches, please no glass on poolside or glass drinking bottles. We've already had a smash poolside today and that becomes a health and safety hazard. If everybody could avoid having glass down here, we'd all be very grateful. Thank you.
So we are beyond halfway, and in the lead, Oliver Etheridge, 21-year-old, oldest swimmer in the pool for Atlantis Swimming Club. He is a 17:02 on the entry, and with 24 lengths to swim, that is looking under pressure. Followed by Ben McDougall. And then not a lot to separate the boys on the outside, Rupert Singh and Coffey.
Okay, we've got an announcement for the female 50 fly power swimmers from event 107. In first place, we've got Iona Winifred, and in second place, Amanda Redhead. Well done, girls.
And we are into the closing stages then of heat number 1 of 3 in the 1500 freestyle. Just 100 metres remaining for your leader. That is Ollie Etheridge, 16:02. So he's going to be really tight actually on that 17:02 entry time. Ben McDougall currently in second, about 13 seconds behind our leader. And we will get the first of our whistles, not bells today, coming up in a moment. And there'll be more of those to come in just a moment. First of all for Ben McDougall. And then for the entire race, Coffey and Rupa Singh have never really been more than a few metres apart. And at the same time, your winner will come in. Ollie Etheridge, 17:08 for Atlantis Swimming Clubs. We can go a bit quicker than that. Of course, pretty much without exception, all of our swimmers taking part in multiple events this weekend. Benjamin McDougall, 17:21. Then Charan Rupa Singh and Queen Coffey will close out heat number 1. Everybody sub 18, 1 down, 2 to go.
So moving on to heat number 2 of 3. Over to you, referee.
Go, Charlie.
Take your marks.
And we do have a full pool in heat number 2. Taking part then from lane 1 on the near side, Eastern Victors Charlie King. In 2, Wickham District's Mikhail Naumovich. In 3 for Leatherhead, Todd Flynn. In 4 for Wickham District's Jackson Shvidersky. In 5, teammates for Wickham District, Benjamin Mould. In 6, Basingstoke Bluefins, Archie Turner. In Southern, Winchester City Penguins, Matthew Stewart. And in 8, Basingstoke Bluefins, Reese Capri. 16:33 out to 17:01 are our 8 entries. So this one should naturally be a little quicker than heat number 1. And then, blimey, in heat number 3, we go sub 16. But we'll get to that in time. For now, heat number 2, we'll bring you up to date at around about the halfway mark and talk to you in the last few hundred metres as well.
Give up. Get out.
Okay, just got an announcement for event 108. We've got an official time from the first heat, lane number 3. The official time is 17:39.72.
Yep, up. Yep. Come on. Go. Go. Yeah. Yep, up. Come on. Let's go. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Go. Yep. Yeah. Come on, Charlie. Go. Yep. Go. Go.
And we are well through halfway now, 24 lengths remaining for, or 22 even for those out in front, particularly Matthew Stewart. 10:19.59, and he's one of our 6 sub-17 entries, 16:56 to be exact. And I must say, Jackson Świderski, who on paper is the fastest, need a little bit of work to do. Of course, you never know what kind of form people come into these championships, especially on the longer races where any training or potentially injuries issues are magnified. Todd Flynn is 5 seconds behind your leader in second place. Another 6 back to Ben Mould. They're your top 3. 20 lengths to go at the top. Into the last 100 metres for your leader, still Matthew Stewart, but not having it all his own way. 5 seconds back, Todd Flynn in lane 3. And if the fatigue really kicked in now, then it's not an insurmountable gap, although comfortable to some extent. Let's just wait and see. Going to get some whistles now for our leaders. Matt Stewart and Todd Flynn receiving their orders that this is the final out and back. Matt Stewart maintaining the advantage, so looking good indeed now for Matt Stewart, the Winchester City Penguin. 16:56 coming in. And he's going to take a huge amount of time off that. 16:20 for the 16-year-old. And 16:26 for Todd Flynn in second. Pushed him all the way towards the end. 2 great swims for those 2 guys. Matt Stewart, 36 seconds off his entry, which is quite phenomenal. 41s and 42s for Ben Mould and Archie Turner. They've both gone slightly quicker in the past. Reese Capri, 16:46. Charlie King, also sub-17. Right, Shradersky will get his whistle. Oh, his time even. 17:19, and just 1 remaining. Mikhail Namovic for Wickham District. We'll close that heat number 2, and we'll have one more heat to come in our 1500.
So moving on to our final heat, heat number 3. Over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
Right then, these are the quickest 8. Archie Hawkins for Thanet Swim Club, Rufus Perry for Wickham District, Samuel Williams is teammate for Wickham District. Then 4 teammates for Portsmouth North Sea, Adam Macaulay-Wright, Jack Booth-Rudd, Mackay Ekno and Tom Jennings from lanes 4 to 7. And Leatherhead's Luke Moore is in lane number 8. So no final to qualify for in the longer races. This is it. Heat number 3 is a timed final. Samuel Williams leads at the halfway mark. 7:51 on the clock. Remember, this is your timed final. They're not qualifying for anything later on. This will decide where medals go. And right now, well, he came in with a 16 minutes on the button. Macaulay Wright and Booth Rudd from Portsmouth North Sea on paper are a little faster. However, 8 seconds back for the time being. Another Portsmouth athlete, Makar Yakno, currently in second. So Portsmouth 2, 3 and 4, but Wickham in the lead with Sam Williams. And he's on a good split too. Could be going sub-16. He's got 26 lengths to swim. And things are getting a little closer in approaching the closing stages. Sam Williams still in the lead with 12 lengths to go. However, Makar Yakno has brought the gap down to under 2 seconds. Jack Booth-Rudd in third and Tom Jennings in fourth. It's Portsmouth chasing Wickham right now. And this might be the length where Sam loses the advantage. No, retains it by a few tenths right now. However, the momentum is with Portsmouth North Sea. But, just a second, it looks to me like, well, Makar Yakno has lost his swimming cap. How much of a disadvantage will that be as he chases for the lead? He has now taken the advantage, despite losing some equipment. So it was a 5-second deficit, 3-1, then a few tenths. Now he does have a lead with 150 meters to swim. It is going to be just beyond 2 seconds for Yakno. Still Jack Booth-Rudd and Tom Jennings in third and fourth, but they will not fight for the top 2 spaces. Remember, timed final. This is medals on the line. And astonishingly, not mentioned this yet, Makar Yakno, youngest in the pool at 14 years of age. 3 years younger than his dueling partner right now, Sam Williams. And the lead is getting bigger. So the youngster is going to take the top prize and beat them all. There's going to be whistles. And the lead is going to grow to, well, 5 meters. So Sam Williams, an honourable swim for 1,300 meters. But right at the death, Makar Yakno will swim away. Third and fourth still to be decided. But what a swim from the 14-year-old for Portsmouth North Sea, the youngest of his 4 teammates, and a 15:51. 18 seconds quicker, big smile on his face. Yes, the cap went as well. He could have gone quicker. Sam Williams, congrats, a great swim for second and 15:56. Jack Booth-Rudd joining the Portsmouth North Sea team in third place. Also fourth for Tom Jennings. Archie Hawkins and Thanet will take fifth in the heat. We'll get confirmation, of course, of all the medalists and times very shortly for you. But no denying, top step will be Makar Yakno. 2 left to come in and finish. 7th place will be Luke Moore. And Rufus Parry will go just out one more time for Wickham District. Wow, what a great way to finish off the 1,500 metres. Just the 3 heats, but we did leave the best to the end. A great showdown between Yakno and Williams. Coming up shortly, it's the 400 freestyle in the women's side of the competition. But before that, Rufus Parry will close out the 1,500s in 17:16.
the pull from the side, please, swimmers.
So moving on to our last event, event 109, the women's 400 metres freestyle. We've got heat 1 of 6. Over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
We will have, as just mentioned, 6 heats in total, and that will bring our session number 1 to a close. First up, Elwyn Mears for Wickham District in lane 3, Fern Snedden for Royal Tunbridge Wells in 4, and Aaliyah Flisher for Ashford School, just 12 years old, in lane number 5. Between 6 and 7.5 minutes for our entries. As always with the longer events, we'll pick you up halfway and walk you in with these ones. A reminder, if you've just joined us recently, that if you access the Meet mobile app on your phone and search for SESE, or you can search for Winchester, both should work, and you can keep up to date with all of the schedules and results as they come through. We have been bringing you the results of who's going to be in what finals, or if they're timed finals, as was the 1500, as is this 400 metre event. Then of course we'll just give you the results of who has won what. Otherwise, finalists, as we read them out, they'll also be printed and put on the wall behind the medals desk. A very important reminder that withdrawals must take place At the very, very latest, earlier the better, but at the very, very latest, prior to the warm-up for our finals session this evening, which gets underway at approximately 5 a.m. warm-up, 5:35 p.m. are our finals. So this session, currently midday, so I'll wait to hear anything about the schedule changes, but the warm-up for session 2 was due to start at 12:30, but we're going to be quite close to that after 6 heats. So bear with us, I'll bring you up to date with any news, with the racing set to start at 1:35. In our next session, we have 200 freestyle, 50 breaststroke, 100 breaststroke, 100 back, loads of butterfly, 50 back, 200 IM and 400 IM for the girls and the boys in that. And then anything that's not a timed final, there will be an A and a B final for, from scheduled 5:35 racing starting. But we'll wait and see how we get on with sessions with this many races in. Unfortunately, it's not a perfect science. So Fern Snedden with the advantage right now, 5:32. Getting towards the business end. Again, between 6 and 7.5 minutes for these girls. In fact, Fern Snedden should be coming home now, in fact. Yeah, 6:19 on the entry. Being encouraged along at poolside by teammates and coaches. And she will stop the clock, 6:20.02. Less than 1 second outside of her entry, which is a 6:19.06. Then Leah Flischer, a 7:07 coming in. Elwyn Mears, a 7:31. Leah Flischer stops the clock at 7:09. So again, like Snedden, just outside entry. However, Elwyn Mears will beat hers by around 12 seconds. Heat number 1.
So moving on to our second heat, and over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
Charlie, Charlie. You all right? You coming out or not? You want to give me a text or get Dan to give me a text, yeah? You want to give me a text or get Dan to give me a text, yeah? All right.
In heat number 2, from lane 1, Ellie McLeod representing Woking, Sienna Raymery for Wickham Districts, Rebecca Johnston for Basingstoke Bluefins, birthday girl Bianca Stava Albaral, 15 today for Lancing College Swimming Club. Also in lane 4, so fastest on paper. Can she pull off a birthday win? 4:35 she came in with. Happy birthday, Bianca. Lily Waymond from Axwell in lane 5. In 6, Olivia Norley for Maidstone. In 7, Elizabeth Dudman for Basingstoke Bluefins. And Iona Winifred for Tonbridge. Heat number 2 of 6 will talk you in from halfway on. So we are looking for around about 4.5 minutes, which already means we're actually not far away here. We did have 1 DNS in Olivia Norley. Otherwise, going nicely in Southern. That is Elizabeth Dudman, our bluefin. And then in lane 4, it is the birthday girl, Bianca Stava Albaral. Followed very closely in 1 and 2 by Ellie McLeod and Sienna Raymery. Do you know what? Anybody could really still take this. There's nobody out of it. And it remains as close. And they will go back out one more time, and this is difficult to call, although, yes, in the lead, Elizabeth Dudman. Even the entry times, I mean, like 7 of them were between 2 seconds, so there shouldn't be a surprise at all to see it this time. Stava Albaral in 4. Can she come back in the last few metres to take a birthday win? It's going to be ever so close. Will she get it on the very last touch? Oh my goodness, look at that. Less than 1/10 of a second between Dudman and Stava Albaral. Brilliant swim in heat number 2. Now we do still have Iona Winifred in lane number 8. She is one of our multi-classification, she's SB Southern swimmer. And I mean, world class as well. This year at the Paris Paralympics, Iona was the youngest member of the British team at 13 years of age. And at her first Paralympics, silver in the SB Southern 100-metre breaststroke. So one of the best, not just in the country, but one of the best in the world is Iona Winifred. Always a pleasure to have, well, we get so many athletes coming through, don't we? But it's not very often you get a Paralympic medalist to compete against. Her entry time for this one was 6:17. And that is going to be absolutely smashed. Oh, gets there, 5:59. Excellent, sub-6 for Winifred. 17.5 seconds off her entry time. Absolutely top quality swimming.
Okay, moving on to heat number 3. Over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
Heat number 3. Lucia Lopez for City of Milton Keynes. Maisie Brown, Rushmore Royals. Then we jump to 4, Lilia Fornasia and Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson. In 5, Heidi Corbett, Guildford City. Matilda Bassendale is in 6 for Portsmouth North Sea. Darcy Arnold in 7 for Woking. And Bella Jones for RTW Monson is in 8. Once again, we look around about 4:30. Right. This is going to be a very tricky one to call from a commentary perspective because, well, there's 4 going to turn, separated by, what's that? Not even a second. So, we'll just, might have to throw our glance up towards the scoreboard once they come home for the final time. Again, all of them within a couple of seconds on the entries too. All between 15 and 18 years of age, so no super youngsters in this one. Amazing to see the 12 and 13-year-olds competing. In fact, one 11-year-old we've had this morning as well. Same 4. In the lead, it is Heidi Corbett, 3:20.58. But still, that 1.5 seconds is not going to shift. Even by heat number 6, which will be our timed final, we only then dip down below the 4:22s. Into the last final stages. And this is the last out and back for this heat. And she'll retain the advantage. Final 25 metres then for our, well, it was 4 leaders. It's broken apart slightly in the second half. And Lilia Fornasia representing, Hardy Corbett representing Guildford City, 4:27, joined under 4:30 by Lucia Lopez, 4:27. Yeah, 5 seconds quicker than previously.
Okay, moving on to heat number 4. Over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
Okay, just to let you all know that we've got just 3 heats left to go, including the one in the pool now. So timing-wise, we are on schedule, so there'll be no change to the warm-up times. We'll be starting warm-up at 12:30 as advertised.
Okay, heat number 4 in the water. Alicia Bethel for Wickham District, Sky Austin Burrows for Rushmore Royals, Hattie Lever for Whitney and District, Lily Della, Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson, Megan Thorpe for Winchester City Penguins, Madeline Hind also for RTW Monson, Ivy Haggerty for Thanet Swim Club, and Emily Doms for Crawley. Into our last 3 heats of the session. As you've just heard, we will just about make it on time to start our warm-up at 12:30. Racing will start at 1:35. So well done to everyone involved, everyone poolside, your volunteers, and those you never see beavering away at the timing suite. A flash of times all come in. I love this. Approaching through halfway and everybody's in it. Once again, all 8 times, there are 2 seconds between the 8. Everyone's still fighting. And although, as ever, with timed finals races, it doesn't mean the medals can only come from the final heat. They can win them from anywhere. And with the time so tight, it wouldn't be, although they're sub 4:20, it will take something big, but it's not beyond the realms of possibility that if you put in a cracking swim in heats 4 or 5, that you might just sneak yourself up there. Okay, now we start to see a slight split. Your front 2, Sky Austin Burrows and Madeline Hind, 1/10 of a second between them, and then 2 seconds back to the rest of the field. So those 2 girls have made their move in the latter stages. 75 metres to swim. It remains, or the gap has grown slightly to 0.35 of a second that can change. The rest are fighting for third and fourth and on. This will set the new time to beat. Looks like it's going to be Sky Austin Burrows who gets it as well. She does 4:25.52. She came in with 4:30 on the button, so always nice to break a little barrier. We've got 2 more heats to come.
Moving on to heat number 5, over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
In heat 5, Holly Hopwood for Guildford City Swimming Club. She's in lane 1. Then comes Alice Weston for Maxwell. Isla Ince for Guildford City. Emily Stevenson, City of Southampton. Jemima Saul, Portsmouth North Sea. Charlotte Hayden for Wickham District. Delphine Riley, University of Surrey. And Hannah Day representing Chichester Cormorant. You know the routine. Around about 4:30, although they've all come in sub that time, 27s and 28s. We've just had a mid-sub 4:20. Right, these actually start to fly by these, don't they? On top as it stands in lane 1, Holly Hopwood, and in 5, Jemima Saul. And this is so much of a difference to heat number 4. When we saw all 8 involved until the last 75 metres. What a difference one heat can make. Hopwood will lead into the final 50. Nothing to separate Isla Ince and Jemima Saul. So Isla Ince has come back into this one to make it a chasing pair. And Holly Hopwood will not get caught into the final few metres, although it is going to be tighter than it was 25 ago, or 50 ago. But picks it up, 4:23, fastest time we've seen so far today. 4:24, 4:25. Nice numerical order for Isla Ince and Jemima Saul. Delphine Riley also comfortably under 4:30 with a 4:27. We've got one more heat to come in the session.
And moving on to our final heat, heat number 6. Over to you, referee.
Take your marks.
So, heat 6 of 6 in a 400-metre event. This is our timed final. From lane 1, Grace Cummings for Thanet. In 2, Amy Hempenstall for Guildford City. Maisie Dickinson for Wickham District in 3. In the centre, Amelie Smith for Royal Tunbridge Wells. Next door, Darcy Smith for Portsmouth Northsea. Nicole Ryan, Maidenhead in 6. Alicia Massey, University of Surrey in Southern. And Guildford City's Alice Young is in lane number 8. And this is the first heat where the entry times do vary, but not by a massive amount. 4:15 for Amelie Smith, 4:17 Darcy Smith, and then we move out only as far as 4:22 and 4:23. This is still anyone's game, and as we're seeing early on, the two in the middle, the fastest on paper, trailing right now. 4 in front of them, so a little bit of work to do. And maybe something to hold on to for those in front. This is the last race of the session before we warm up at 12:30. It's going to be very close, isn't it? And for you just enjoying and watching in the venue or at home, the racing starts at 1:35. That is on time. Grace Cummings ahead of Alicia Massey and Nicole Ryan. The girls in the middle, Amelie Smith and Darcy Smith. Work to do, they've got to make a move soon. They are the favourites on paper. Maisie Dickinson was the only other swimmer that came in sub 4:20 alongside the Smiths. And now Amelie Smith starts to make a move. She's in 4th. But only a second behind the number 1 spot. This could be a very well-programmed swim. Ignore what's happening around you. Swim your own race. Remember the training. And bring it home when it matters. What's the order now? Long-time leader Grace Cummings is still going to lead. Yes, she does. Amelie Smith into second. 200ths of a second now between your top two. Alicia Massey, 3:14. Also, Nicole Ryan, 3:14. Well, what a way to end the session. A medal race. Closing stages. No guaranteed winner yet. Emily Smith from 4th to 3rd to 2nd. She'll take the lead into the final 50. What a well-timed performance this is turning out to be. Then Massey, Grace Cummings down to 3rd. Nicole Ryan 4th. Plenty of noise in the gallery and at poolside. And back they come. It's not done quite yet. There's still fight in this race, you know. This could go the way of Alicia Massey, or is it going to be? Yes, it is. Crikey, 0.04 of a second between Alicia Massey, University of Surrey swimmer, and Emily Smith, who was on the comeback trail for the second half. Nicole Ryan in 3rd, 4:18.
To the side, please, swimmers.
What a brilliant way to end session number 1. The Swim England South East Championship Short Course 2024. We've still got 5 sessions to come. Well, now we've closed out session 1 with the best race of the session, it got to be said. Warm-up for session 2 starts officially in 2 minutes. All right, so get ready if you're warming up and you're taking part in session number 2. Warm-up 12:30. Racing starts at 1:35. I will just very quickly the medal table is open for 20 minutes during this first part of warm-up, okay? And we'll also bring you in a moment the, first of all, before anything else, to make us compliant, the safety schedule. Swimmers, you are reminded that the depth of the water is 2 meters at both ends of the pool. Starting blocks are 75 centimeters above water level at the starting end. A big thank you to our officials. You may now go and get your lunch. I should have said that first. That was the most